Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For today's box opening, we've got a draft booster box of Double Masters 2022. And you may have already noticed, I've got a few names down here. This is going to be a box break. Each person's going to get 6 packs, including myself. So let's see what kind of value we can find inside this draft booster box. So it's been a little while since we opened up some Double Masters 2022 on the channel. Still a ton of value in this set. It's one of the best sets of the year. So let's see if we can't find these guys some really good value. So we'll do a minor shuffle, then everybody will get their 6 packs, and we'll just kind of open them in order. So I put the names down in the order in which they signed up for the battle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and they're all the exact same height, so now we're in good shape. All right, so we're going to start off with James here. May you find some value, sir. All right, so we're going to start off with a spider token, followed by our famous cryptic spires, and we're going to see ourselves a flicker wisp coming in foil, followed by Liliana's Elite in foil. Then we're going to see a Grim Flare, and an Emrakul of Aeon's Torn. So this is going to be a pretty good hit at value just over $10 right now. Then we got a Centaur Battlemaster, Bounty of Luxa, Blood Artist, Traveler's Amulet, and let's see if we got any borderless commons. We do not. So because Emrakul is valued over $10, I'm going to go ahead and sleeve that up right away, put that in the old hard case, and make sure nothing happens to that for James. All right, fantastic. We'll just tap it down. There we go. All right, pack number 2, James. Just kicking this off pretty darn good. Let's see if we can get you some more Eldrazi. There are 2 additional ones. So we got ourselves a zombie, a Labyrinth Champion in foil, an Aether Snipe, followed by a Balefire Liege, and then a Yeheni Undying Partisan with a Dragon Arch, Bear's Companion, Dimir Aqueduct, and no borderless in the back. There's only one common in the set currently valued over $1. That's the Shadowborn Apostle out of black. There are a couple of uncommons valued over $1. If I see them, I'll price them out during the overlay. So we got ourselves a Worm, and then a Cartel Aristocrat, Grapple with the Past in foil. Then we're going to see Alicia, who smiles at death, followed by a Lava Lanch. Then a Smuggler, a Pontiff, Eternal Witness. It's going to be one of our uncommons valued over $1. And then we got the Izzet's Charm, and we are going to see a borderless Seeker of the Way. Capture Sphere. All right. Now, typically, or with all of my box breaks, any card valued over $1 goes into a sleeve. Any card valued over $10 goes in a hard case, and anything over $25 goes in a hard case, soft case, plus a team bag. So I make sure to take really good care of your cards. So we got ourselves the old Cryptic Spires, Bounty of Luxa, uncommon, and then a Bloodflow Connoisseur, followed by Amanatu, the Fate Shifter, coming in here, mythic. Does hold a little bit of value. And then we're going to see a Vidalcan Orrery. Holds some pretty decent value at just over $5. Then we got the Livewire Lash, the Mentor of the Meek, a borderless uncommon Silencia Sanctuary, and then a Winged Codal, Monastery Swiftsphere. All right, 2 packs to go for James. All right, so we're going to kick us off with a Drake token, followed by a Titan Strength foil, a Deep Analysis foil, and then a Deathbringer Liege, followed by a Verena Lich Witch, or Lich Queen, coming in there. Then we got ourselves a Summer Bloom, a Colossal Steel Heart, the Wall of Omens, and ooh, we do get a borderless. So we get a borderless Monastery Swiftsphere coming in the back. So quite a few borderless for James. The Recluse and the Scab with a Titan Strength in the back. Last pack, James. Let's see if we can get you one more hard case before we close you out. All right, so we got ourselves a beast. And our first foil is going to be Casmina's Transmutation, followed by Pirate's Pillage. Look at that. We got Ulamog. $24 card here. So we've got the Eldrazi coming in for James. Then we got a Magister Sphinx, followed by Heroic Reinforcements, a Body Double, Path to Exile. And then we're going to see, let's see, any borderless. No borderless in the back there. All right, so James, I'm just going to stack your cards up right here. I'm definitely going to put Ulamog in a hard case for you real quick. So those are two pretty darn good hits right off the bat. Together, that's almost $40 worth of value in 6 packs from 2 cards. So congratulations, James. All right, moving on to Paul. Pack number 1. Paul, you're not going to let James get away with that, are you? You're going to show us, I don't know, a Mana Vault, you know, maybe a Cavern of Souls. What do you got? Zombie, Jeskai Elder, Momentary Blink, and then we're going to see a Surgical Extraction coming in out of black, a little bit of value, followed by a Revel Arc from white. Scale Blessing, Extract from Darkness, Graveblade Marauder, and any borderless in the back? No borderless in the back. Pack number 2. Got ourselves an Elemental, Cryptic Spires, Nephalia Smuggler, Skeleton Archer, and then an As Foretold Mythic coming out of blue. Does hold a little bit of value. And then we're going to see Mathis Fiend Seeker with a Tower Gargoyle, Boros Garrison, and then a borderless uncommon Flicker Wisp. And a Last Breath, and I didn't think we were going to see a second borderless in that pack. It's very rare to see 2 borderless in a draft booster pack of Double Masters. I'm not saying it's not possible, just saying it's very rare. All right, so we're going to kick us off with a Saproling token, the Cryptic Spires, the Wingsteed Rider, followed by an Izzet's Charm, and it's a mythic. It's an Uriel the Mist Stalker. Holds a tiny bit of value. Then we have a Wilt Leaf Liege, followed by a Spider Spawning, River Hoopto, Go for the Throat, the Shaman, and no borderless in the back. All right, Paul, that's half of your packs, and unfortunately we're not seeing a ton of value. Hopefully we can find something here. Chronicler of Heroes, Live Sky Knight, Green Sun's Zenith. That's going to have some value, just over $7. And then we're going to see a Villainous Wealth coming in here, followed by the Mentor, the Lightning Bolt, another borderless uncommon Azorius Chancery, the Izzet's Charm, and that'll do it for that pack. So we got you a little bit of value there with the Green Sun Zenith. Let's hope we can get you at least one more card of equal or greater value. So we got the Boar, and then we're going to see a borderless foil Spell Pierce. Unfortunately, it's just a common. Then we're going to see an Anointer of Valor, followed by a Bring to Light, and a Legion's Initiative. Then we got a Cracking Doom, Vampiric Rites, Muldrifter, and no borderless in the back. All right, Paul, last chance, last pack. Come on, give Paul something good. So we got ourselves a Worm, Brindle Shoat, followed by a Lava Coil. Yep. And a Dragon Lord Silumgar. It's hard to say that. Does hold some value. And then we've got Rurik Thar the Unbowed coming in here as Paul's last rare. Then we have a Goblin Baronet, Bant Charm, Orsov Basilica. And do we at least get a Borderless? We do not. Sorry about that, Paul. I apologize for not bringing the value. Or maybe it's all James's fault. All right, Bruce H., here we go. And stay tuned to the end for the MTG box analysis. I'm going to be doing kind of a full analysis on the box and then a micro analysis from a value perspective for each of the participants. So we got ourselves a Worm, followed by a Golgari Rot Farm, Ground Assault, and a Tarka's Command coming in here as our first rare, and then a Shatter Gang Brothers coming in as our second rare, Civic Saber, Scab Clan Giant, Is It Boilerworks, and we do see a Thought Scour in the back in Borderless. All right, pack number 2 for Bruce. Whoop. Just pack number 2. Can't do 2 and 3 at the same time. Although maybe there's some fire in that pack and that's why it's jumping around. All right, another beast. All right, we're going to see ourselves a foil Borderless Pithing Needle coming in here. That's going to be a pretty good hit in extended art foil. So I'm just going to put that to the side. Then we got a Knightly Valor, a Phyrexian Altar in the exact same pack. Wow, that's pretty amazing. So currently valued just over $26. And then we have a Dark Steel Plate coming in as our last rare, which does have value just over $5. So what an amazing pack. Just look at that. The Phyrexian Altar, the Dark Steel Plate, and the Pithing Needle in Borderless foil. So should I just stop right there, Bruce? You good? Labyrinth Champion, the Spectre, Misfire Adept, the Connoisseur, and no more Borderless in the back. All right, so give me just half a second here to sleeve up these 2 hits for Bruce. All right, so there's one. And then I'm not 100% sure what the foil Borderless value is, but it'll be on the screen. So I may be sleeving this just out of an abundance of caution. After all, these are Bruce's cards, not mine. What we got? Pack number... Wow, all right, yeah. We're only on pack number 2 or 3 now. All right, so we got the Zombie, the Graveblade Marauder, the Makeshift Mauler, an Abbot of Carroll Keep, followed by Judith the Scourge Diva, Surreal Memoir, Livewire Lash, Radko's Canarium, and is there a Borderless? I think there is. Got ourselves a Rampant Growth in the back in Borderless. All right, next up, we're going to kick it off with a Drake. And then we are going to see a Travel Preparations, followed by a Gnarlback Rhino, a Forbidden Orchard coming in from the land cycle, and then a combo Consult of Allocation with a Firemine Vessel, Sprouting Thrinax, a Flicker Wisp, and is there a Borderless in here? There is not a Borderless. All right, next up we've got a Bear, followed by a Sultani Soothsayer, and then a Cruin Striker with a Fiery Justice and a Weathered Wayfarer coming in at the end. Does hold a little bit of value. Devoted Druid, Sultani Soothsayer, Asban Falconer, the Amulet, And no borderless in the back. All right, last pack for Bruce. Can he do it again? So it's very rare to get 2 foil borderless rares. We've already seen 2 foil borderless, 1 uncommon and 1 rare. So let's see. So we got an Agony Warp, followed by an Elvish Rejuvenator, an Assassin's Trophy, followed by an Intet the Dreamer. Then we got a Jeskai Charm, the Arachnus Spinner, the Domestication, and no more borderless in the back. Well, not so bad, Bruce. I think you did okay. Got yourself a couple of hard cases. All right, now we've got 6 packs for me, and the only reason why I'm in here is only 3 people bought in. I'm still a very young YouTube channel, so I'm okay with that. I started the channel so I could open cards, so I don't mind if I'm in every single break. I don't think I would ever participate in a battle just because I think that would be a conflict of interest. But breaks, I think, are fine. All right, so I'm going to get a Tariel Reckoner of Souls coming in here in foil with a Myth Realized and a Child of Alara and an Impervious Great Worm. A little bit of value. Scion of Darkness, Biogenic Upgrade, Simic Growth Chamber. And do I get any borderless? I get no borderless. All right, moving on to pack 2 for me. And you'll notice I don't use pull tabs. I think it has a tendency to damage the corners, so it's just something I've never done and won't do. All right, we got ourselves a Vampire Sovereign, a Doom Traveler, a Supreme Verdict, a little bit of value, a Pull from Tomorrow, even littler value, Inquisition of Kozilek, Aether Mage's Touch, Prophetic Bolt, and in the back, we are going to see a Cassili Pride Mage in borderless. Got ourselves an egg with a Dreg Mangler, an Aven Initiate, a Culligan's Command, and a Phyrexian Tyranny with a Lolith Troll, Skin Render, a Gruul Tough in borderless. And yep, that's the only one in that pack. All right, 3 packs to go for me. And then we'll run the numbers and give you the full MTG box analysis. Got ourselves a Bear, the Spires, Deadly Recluse, Severed Strands. Ooh, we got ourselves an Ulamog the Infinite Gyre in borderless, not in foil, certainly not in textured foil. This is a tremendous hit, so I'm just going to put that one down. And then we have a Glenda Alendra Liege, a League Guildmage, a Terminate, an Unburial Rites, a Ground Assault. Sorry, I got a little distracted with the Ulamog. I'm going to put that in a sleeve for myself. All right, 2 packs to go for me. All right, we got the Boar, followed by a Stormfleet Pyromancer, an Experiment 1, Privileged Position, Drogskull Reaver, the Hellhound, Go for the Throat, Bloodbraid Elf, and no borderless. All right, last pack of Double Masters 2022. We got the Elemental, Cryptic Spires, Scab Clan Giant, Advanced Stitchwig, a Damnation. That's going to be a pretty good hit from the set. Followed by a Twin Flame, a Shaman, a Charm, a Helix, and no borderless in the back. All right, so I do want to thank James, Paul, and Bruce for participating in this. But as they say on TV, but wait, there's more. So Brothers War just came out. I've got a few loose packs here, so I'm going to give each one of these gentlemen 3 draft booster packs free of charge. I am going to open them so that way you all can enjoy them. But whatever's in here is theirs as just a little extra thank you. All right, so for James, we have a Third Path Savant, Mishra's Onslaught, Wasteful Harvest, Carrion Locust, Disenchant, Mightstone's Autumn Animation, Prison Sentence, the Scatter Ray, Supply Drop, Airlift Chaplain, Heavyweight Demolisher, Thran Vigil, an Iron Claw Crusher, and we're going to see Argoth Sanctum of Nature. This is going to be half a card. So there we go, the Elemental Avatar there. And then we're going to see a really good hit from the retro artifacts, the Thorn of Amethyst. So there you go. Oh, and then it's a blank card in the back. I was wondering what that was in the back. Thought that would have been a little odd to have the borderless as the very back. So we've got Gix's Caress, the Riposte, Koilos Row, Mishra's Judgment, Blanchwood Prowler, Goblin Blast Runner, Thraxodemon, Dwarven Forge Canter, Warlord Elite, Flow of Knowledge, Bushwhack, Ornate Baloth, a Teething Wormlet, followed by a Chromatic Star. And then a foil Depth Charge Colossus with the prototype capability. I think that's going to be pretty interesting to play with. And James, your last Brothers War pack, as if you didn't already have enough value, here are some punch cards that you can use to... no, just kidding. All right, we got a Gorewing Warplow, Military Discipline, Coastal Bulwark, Scrapwork Mutt, Boulder Branch Golem, the Hoarding Recluse, Goblin Blast Runner, Thraxodemon, Dwarven Forge Canter, Urza Powerstone Prodigy, Horned Stone Seeker, Audacity, Over the Top, and a Pristine Talisman, followed by a Full Art Mountain. And there's your punch cards. All right, so James, I'm just going to put those right on top of your Ulamog. And now we'll move into Paul's packs. So Bruce, I'm just going to slide your packs over here so I got a little bit of room for Paul. So Paul, hopefully we can make up for the disappointing Double Masters 2022. So we got an Infiltrator, a Power Blade, an Agent, a Scrapsmith, an Opportunist, a Gixian Skull Flare, a Stalwart, Machine Over Matter, Giant Growth, the Air Marshal, Disciples of Gix, a Demolition Field, Gruesome Realization, and a Hercule's Final Meditation. Followed by a Cage Sun Mythic coming in from the Retro Artifact set with a Soldier token in the back. All right, Survivor of Korlos, Urza's Rebuff, Sibling Rivalry, Gnarlroot Pallbearer, Disfigure, Scrapwork Cohort, Scrapwork Rager, Tosia's Dig Site, The Prison Sentence, Argivian Avenger, Gnawwing Vermin, Calamity Wake, and a Gix Yawgmoth Praetor coming in here. So this is going to be a really good hit from the Brothers War set, followed by a Pristine Talisman with a Full Art Mountain and a zombie in the back. So I'm going to take a second and sleeve up Gix. I'm not 100% sure what the value is, but I do imagine it is over $10, at least right now. So there we go. Paul, we finally got you something to put in a hard case. All right, next up, we got the Survivor, Urza's Rebuff, Sibling Rivalry, the Pallbearer, Disfigure again, the Onlet, Gaia's Gift, Excavation Explosion, followed by a Stone Retrieval Unit, Lay Down Arms, Transmogrant Altar, Great Desert Prospector, and a Razor Lash Transmogant. It's hard to say. And then a Chromatic Star with an Arlbast Engineers in foil and a blank card in the back. So there we go, Paul. I think we got you a little bit of value. Hopefully that eases some of the pain. And now, Bruce, we've got 3 draft booster packs for you. So far, these have been pretty good. So we got a Survivor of Corlos, Urza's Rebuff, Sibling Rivalry, the Pallbearer, I'm feeling a little deja vu here, Disfigure, an Onlet, Scatter Ray, Supply Drop, Airlift Chaplain, Hoarding Recluse, Thran Power Suit, Heavyweight Demolisher, a Take Flight, and we're going to see Visions of Phyrexia as the rare, with a Mishra's Bauble in the back from the retro set, and a Power Stone token. So there are 101 commons in this set, that much I know. So to see that much duplication, and here's another one. Got the Onlet, Depth Charge Colossus, Mishra's Domination, our Githian Sprite, Power Stone Fracture, Phalanx Vanguard, a Tower Worker, Wing Commando, Trench Stalker, Steel Exemplar, Obliterating Bolt, followed by Blanchwood Armor, and a Steel Seraph with the prototype as the rare. And we are going to see a Pristine Talisman Uncommon with a Plains and an Elemental token. All right, Bruce, last draft booster pack of Brothers War. All right, we got Mishra's Juggernaut, the Blanchwood Prowler, the Gixian Infiltrator, Veteran Power Blade, Retrieval Agent, Tomahawk Scrapsmith, an Epic Confrontation, Aeronaut's Wings, Swiftgear Drake, an Obliterating Bolt, Blanchwood Armor, Lauren, Disciple of History, followed by a Diabolic Intent. So this is going to be a pretty good hit from the main set. And I see something giant behind it. We have a Perilous Vault Mythic coming in from the Retro Artifacts with a Russ Goliath in foil, the 1010. Very nice to see that. And then we have a Soldier token. We're going to sleeve up the Diabolic Intent. Not sure what its value is, but there's been a lot of talk on the street about this tutor, so I want to make sure that I definitely protect it. All right, so give me just a minute. I'll get everybody's cards sorted, organized, put back exactly where they need to go, and bring you the MTG box analysis. It's been a little while since we've looked at the Double Masters 2022 set, so let's give the distribution of the set a quick review. There's a total of 577 cards in the set. 332 are traditionally framed, 80 are borderless, 160 are foil etched, and there are 5 textured foils. The draft booster packs that we just opened aren't eligible to see the foil etched or textured foils. However, we can see the remaining 412 cards, including all 80 borderless, in these packs. Now let's pivot into the observed distribution of this box. This chart shows the cards we saw during the opening with the foils in orange, the non-foils in green, and the set in gray as the baseline. We had a pretty even spread of non-foils from the 5 primary colors of Magic, ranging between 36 and 41 cards. We saw non-foils in every single category, including 2 of the 3 Eldrazi Mythics at the beginning of the chart. We also saw 12 non-foil borderless in these 24 packs. The Double Masters 2022 draft packs always have 2 foils, therefore in a booster box, you'll see 48. The distribution, rarity, and card frame can vary and is not guaranteed. In this box, we saw between 6 and 8 foils per color, with 11 multicolor, 1 non-basic land, and 2 borderless foils. In this booster box, we saw 214 unique non-foil cards, which accounts for about 52% of the 412 cards we were eligible to see. Our highest concentration was in black, seeing 78% of the cards. As I mentioned a moment ago, we saw 48 foils, and all were unique. This accounts for 12% coverage of the foil cards that we were eligible to see. Our highest coverage in the foil category was in blue, with 25% of the cards in this box. Now let's take a look at coverage by rarity. In the non-foil space, we saw 95% of the commons, 69% of the uncommons, 41 of the 150 rares for 27% coverage, and 7 of the 60 mythics for 12% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 36% of the commons, 10% of the uncommons, and 2 rares for 1% coverage. Unfortunately, this box didn't contain a single foil mythic. Out of the 384 cards we saw, none of the foils were duplicates, but 79 of the non-foils were repeated 122 times, which means that 32% of this box was duplicate cards. There were no playsets of any card in this box. Before we get into the value of today's box, let's take a quick look at the potential value of the cards from the Double Masters 2022 set. This chart shows all the cards we were eligible to see in a draft booster pack by dollar category. Currently, 45 of the cards are valued over $10, 24 cards are valued over $5, and 80 cards are valued over $1. The remaining 263 cards are all valued less than $1. If you were to add up all 412 cards that were eligible to be pulled out of a draft booster box, you'd be looking at a total of $1,779.39. As with most Magic sets, Double Masters 2022 has seen a downturn in the overall set value this year, and as they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Here's a look at the 412 cards that you can see in a draft booster pack with the number of cards and the total value of those cards by dollar category. July 22nd, 2 weeks after launch, is portrayed in gray in this chart, and November 13th is portrayed in blue. 2 weeks after release day, all 412 available cards in a draft booster pack had a value of $2,605.02. 16 weeks later, those same cards are valued $825.63 less. That's a 32% decline in value. Okay, now that I've put some doom out there, let me bring you back with a look at the value that we saw in this box, starting off with the non-foil space. We saw 5 cards valued over $10 in this box, including Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn at $13.32, Damnation at $14.53, Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre at $24.67, a borderless Phyrexian Altar at $27.07, and a borderless Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre again at $28.22. We also saw 3 cards valued between $5 and $10, as well as 25 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 303 non-foils in the box, however, were valued less than $1. From a value perspective, this box was a complete disaster in the foil space. Not a single one of our foils was valued over $5, and we only saw 1 foil valued over $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box from a seller on tcgplayer.com for $290. Today we opened up 24 packs with 16 cards each, seeing a total of 384 cards. The 24 tokens in the box had a value of $1.89. Our 48 foils saw a total value of $7.38. And finally, the 336 non-foils from the main set have a combined value of $214.60. This means that we saw a total value of $223.87, which is a loss of $66.13, and it means that only 77% of the box price was returned in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards just valued over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 19 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a combined value of $161.73. While this wasn't a box battle, I thought it'd be fun to look at how these packs shook out for each of the participants. Again, a big thank you to James, Paul, and Bruce, who all put down their hard-earned money to be in this break. My pack saw the most duplication out of anyone, with 10% of the cards being repeats. Bruce saw the most rares, with 13. James and Paul tied for the most mythics, with 3 apiece. And from a value perspective, James saw the most value in the token space, with an amazing 60 cents of total card value. Bruce saw the most value in the foil space with $3.03, thanks mostly due to his foil borderless pithing needle. James, with his 2 Eldrazi hits, saw the most value in the non-foil space with $65.48. In the end, James saw the most value out of anyone with a grand total of $67.26 in card value. And just to note, my 6 packs didn't come out on top for any of these categories. Let's take a look at how this box compared to the other two boxes that I've opened on the channel in the past. From a coverage perspective, all three boxes saw 52% coverage of the set and a duplication rate of 32%. Today's box and the box from July 25th both saw 43 rares, and the box from July 13th saw one less with 42. However, that July 13th box did see the most mythics with 9, and the other two boxes both saw 7. From a value perspective, I've adjusted the prices of all of the previous boxes to today's values so we can do an apples-to-apples comparison. The July 13th box saw the most value in the token space with $5.78. That box also saw the most value in the foil space with $43.82. The July 25th box saw the most value in the non-foils with $252.15. In the end, today's box saw the lowest overall value with only $223.87, and the box from July 13th saw the most with $290.06. So what this means is that even my best box only netted 6 cents more than the price I paid for today's box. Prices for Double Masters 2022 Draft Booster boxes have been on the decline since about a month after release. In the past few weeks, they have seen a slight uptick. However, based on my experience of these three boxes, now is not the right time to purchase. Either the card value needs to increase or the box price needs to decrease. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do something amazing.